Hello everybody and welcome to another fantastic RatzDeezer game. He actually sniped me 3 times yesterday. It was Monday and he was on top of me, man, and I did not enjoy it. Actually, I kind of did enjoy it because he's pretty bad when you black out your stream, and that's what I did this game. And every other game I played Deezer, I would be streaming, he would snipe me, and then I would just black out my stream completely. All he had to go off of was sound, and if he's able to pick up my strategies based on sound alone, I gotta give him credit. But here he is, the infamous RatzDeezer. In the right side as the blue Protoss on the Shattered Temple, and I'm on the left side as vilePsY, representing vilegaming.com. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at PsyStarcraft. I let you know when I'm going to play fan games, when I'm going to stream, stuff like that. Also, follow me and watch my stream at twitch.tv/PsyStarcraft. Now, this is a Zerg versus Protoss, but I know I say this like every time. Oh, it's a Zerg versus Protoss, I know, but it's RatzDeezer. I mean, everybody loves seeing somebody play against Deezer, even though Deezer's kind of an asshole. But you gotta remember, anything that we say to each other in this game, we can't actually see because we have ignored each other. But in replays, that doesn't matter. Like, if he was typing something right now, I wouldn't be able to see it as I was playing, but right now I would be able to see it. So it's kind of funny, like, we can just kind of type secret messages to each other, and then after the game we can read it and be like, oh, he's so cute, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm opening with an 11 pool build. This is especially good against Deezer because he likes to cannon people out. He likes to do stupid shit like that, wall you off, and very solid. It prevents any kind of pylon blockage right here, and it still gives you a great economy. Lucky for me, I am in cross positions, although close air positions isn't too bad either. And you have to remember, Shattered Temple has no close positions anymore, so it's impossible for him to be at this location. And he actually scouted me first because he did have my stream on just long enough to know where I spawned, so at least he has that little advantage of scouting me first. Not that it's going to matter too much. I'm going to bring this drone out, try to pick off or harass this probe. And I don't understand why Deezer still throws down a pylon when I go 11 pool, and we're going to see him do just that. His probe's actually getting dangerously low. 4 lings and a queen on the way with that extractor check. And he's actually going Nexus first after seeing my 11 pool. I don't know about that, Deezer. Oh, and the probe actually goes down to my drone alone, and that's me LOLing. Of course, he can't read that, but if he watches the replay, he can read it. I want to BM Deezer as much as I can, but this is a Nexus first. That means slow forge, and I'm going to be sending my links to him. I know where he's at because I scouted this position with my Overlord. I'm going to send my links to him, and he got greedy. This is macro cheese. This is cheese just as much as, you know, 6-pulling is cheese. It's just in a macro sense. And this probe is to try to decoy all my lings. I'm not going to take the bait. I'm just going to send 1 ling and send in 3 to his base. And look at this. He's just now starting a cannon. He doesn't have the money to start any kind of wall off. He'd need like 2 more pylons. And I'm going to get in with these lings and work on this cannon. These cannons take forever to build, 40 seconds. And this probe is going to try to harass, but it's not going to happen. Second cannon going up. Is Deezer going to cancel this? Is he? No, he doesn't cancel the cannon. Building another cannon, forced to send so many drones off the line, probes off the line, 2 of them going down, and now he's talking about the chat because all of my viewers were spamming the hell out of him. It looks like he did cancel like a pylon or something. Cybernetic score now going up, and I have 2 lings in his base. I've killed 2 probes. I've forced him to lose a cannon. He didn't even cancel it, and I'm still macroing like crazy. This queen needs to be planting down a tumor. I've got 2 more lings coming just because I want to make sure no probes escape now that I've got these 2 lings trapped in his base. But this is going to allow me a lot of scouting information. Looks like I might just... Yes, I do get 1 more probe. So 4 lings for 1 cannon and 3 probes. Gotta say, that's a pretty nice trade here. These are not looking too hot already right out the gates. And I guess if I couldn't stream cheat when I'm used to stream cheating, I'd be a little bit out of my element too. So there's that. So I do have 3 lings. This is an initial ling that was chasing that probe. So he's actually lost 5 probes this game. If we check out the worker count, or the workers killed, 5-0, and that really adds up, man. He lost 1 that was making the pylon, he lost 1 that was trying to be a decoy, and he lost 3 in his main. And this Zergling, you know, it's not just going to harass his probes, it's going to prevent any kind of tech from being placed down in his main base, and this Overlord will scout out any additional tech that's going to be tried to be placed in his expansion. Now, he can get an Overlord or a Stalker out and kill this Zergling, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that right now. Harvest count now 31-28. These geysers are actually a little bit too early. My drone count can be a bit higher before I start those 4 geysers, but I'm doing it anyway. And now we're seeing something a little different from me. A Roach Warren. Normally against Toss, I'd like to go Mutiling, but I'm getting a Roach Warren instead. Looks like I did actually pick off another probe. The Zergling has 2 kills already. He must feel like a boss. Now workers killed. It's up to 6 for Deezer. Still 33 to 33. But as I was saying about the Roach Warren, I felt like he's so far behind that he's going to try to hard counter me. And every other game, I've gone Mutaling against him. So I feel like he's going to try something that just completely destroys mutas, like starports. So I did go for the Roach Warren, the Lair, and at this point I'm planning to do a timing. I want to get +1 attack, I want to get roach speed, and I want to get burrow. And I just want to go straight at him to see what I can do. He is getting warp gates, another gateway on the way, as well as a stalker. So this stalker is the first unit. I actually could have just made like 10 lings and ran by this cannon if I was really paying that much attention. The Stormlord's going to scout it out. This Zergling still in the main base checking things out. And the probe count, harvest count now 40. It's going to be 51 to 42 here in a second. And the big thing about this is... actually, there's not really any big thing, but that Ling does go down, so that poor Ling. Now I'm just going to mass roaches. 51 is a decent saturation count on 2 bases. I'm happy with it. I feel like I'm ready to start making roaches. Could transfer a few drones to my expansion, but it's not that important. You can see some overlords flying back and forth. They were actually misrallied, but they end up helping out when I get my lair. I can start laying some creep if I remember. So the lair is up. The +1 has already started. That should be done about the same time as the burrow and the movement speed. And now we're seeing Deezer's plan here. It is indeed going to be 2 Stargates. I did not scout it. However, I might have delayed the production of these Starports, Stargates, by my Ling being in his base. So that little tiny Ling making a huge difference. These roaches now rallying out, and I thought about waiting. I was like, should I wait for my speed, attack, and burrow? But then I thought, you know, I just sent my Overlord in. He doesn't have a whole lot. Let me just go poke away at his front. And, you know, if he has a lot of units, I'll just run away. So I'm going to do just that with only 8 roaches. I'm going to go poke at his front. But keep in mind, I've got a ton more rallying. He's actually getting +1 attack, and his Stargates are just now coming into play. He's going to follow this up with some additional warp gates. So now he's got 4 gateways, 2 Stargates. And I have not scouted these Stargates yet. There we go. Now scouting that Stargate. Going to focus down the cybernetic score. Just because it's a tech structure, it does have a little bit more life than the warp gate, but it's a lot more annoying losing cybernetic score, I think, especially when you're upgrading that +1 air attack. And it looks like that will go down. Keep in mind, I did notice that Void Ray, and so I want to make something happen with these roaches. See the Hydralisk Den on the way as well. They don't have their burrow, they don't have their +1 yet, but they're doing a pretty good job. More of them rallying, keeping up with the injects, keeping up with the overlords. A little bit supply capped right there. And now I'm just going to move in. There's no sentries to be seen at all. He's saving all the gas on his Stargates. 2 Void Rays on the way. Warping in some more zealots to try to cram these whole. I love cramming them holes. And a couple cannons, though. He's got a lot of cannons, a lot of stalkers just beating away at these roaches. The upgrades for the roaches has finished, though. Burrow will not be useful right now. He still has some cannons up, but the +1 and speed will definitely be useful. Every single cannon going down. Now the Void Ray in play. 7 Hydras on the way, as well as Group Spines. So reacting to these Stargates pretty well. And this is just the strength of the opening of the 11 pool. It just completely punished him. He was just so far behind by losing 6 probes and a cannon. And, of course, you know, catching him off guard with those roaches doesn't hurt either. And these roaches just beating away, now burrowing because these Void Rays are just doing too much damage compared to what the roaches are able to do now. And now unburrowing once again once they've healed a little bit. Zealots coming into play, although Zealots not so great against roaches, especially roaches with burrow. A couple Hydras have been rallied, and notice this creep spread in the middle, making Hydras rally much faster. 3 Hydras against 3 Void Rays. If there's one unit that Hydras are okay against, it's Void Rays. These roaches continuing to beat away at any ground units, any probes coming into play, and these Hydras burrow microing just a little bit. And now, once again, I'm saying you mad, but he can't read that, and Deezer does leave the game after additional Hydra reinforcements come into play. So a very straightforward game. Just completely slaughtering Deezer. I know I'm so biased about this, but Deezer's an asshole. Come on, man, give me a break. More Hydras were rallying, and you know, I just had such a great economy, some pretty good timings with the +1 attack, burrow, and roach move speed. So very fun, very solid game, easy win. And that Zergling in that one base, man, I think that delayed the warp gates, Stargates for a long time, so it's pretty sweet. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching, and where's that button? I can't find my GG button. I'll just slap my leg. Ow.